Welcome back to your one-stop shop to raise your vibration.
It's your
Morning elevation.
Yay, yay.
Yeah. I'm Steven,
I'm Kylie.
and today we're going to talk to you about slowing things down.
Or, in other words, reaching for your best feeling thought. So, I've been reading Ask and It Is Given. Yeah, that's what the book's called. And it's by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I've mentioned Abraham Hicks several times throughout these episodes, and I just wanted to dive into something that I read yesterday that really resonated with me and both of us, which is reaching for that next best feeling thought. So when you are in a low vibrational state, maybe you're moody, maybe you're feeling stressed, sad, depressed, alone, whatever it might be, instead of feeling or expecting yourself to go from 0 to 100 to a high vibrational state just like that, or for instance, an example would be like you're out with a friend or you're in a relationship with someone and they might be in a good mood, but you are definitely not. And the other person in the relationship is trying to get you in this good mood that they are in. So, they're saying things, they're trying to pump you up, they're trying to get you in a great mood. And without them knowing, they may or may not be actually putting you in a lower vibration mood because they're expecting so much from you when you're already in that low vibrational state.
Right. So I think for all of us, the best way to become in a higher vibrational state doesn't necessarily mean to be in the highest vibrational state, but just to reach for that small aspect of your life that'll help bring you up to the next level, which could be just thinking of a happy thought that happened during the day, or maybe a memory, or doing a small thing for yourself will bring you up slightly better than where you are at. And that's a step in the right direction. And as long as you continue to move in that direction, you'll eventually become your highest self in your highest vibrational state, being happy, being joyful, doing the things that you love to do. And like Kylie was saying, you can't just go from doing things that you don't like doing to things that you like doing where it's going to make you feel super good like that. It takes time. You're going to have to build up to it. It's going to be a progression. And I think that's really important, just for all of us to take that time to notice what we love to do, what we don't love to do, and just start incorporating those things that we love to do in our life to essentially outweigh the things that we don't love to do, building us up, bringing out our best self, bringing out our highest self, our highest vibrations, and really just starting to feel it, starting to incorporate that good feeling into your life, and continue on from there.
Definitely. And I realized for me, so it's going to be different for everyone, but when I'm in a low vibrational state, the nearest best feeling thought and overall feeling is for me to bring and welcome in a state of calm, a state of peace. So for me, breathing really works. So Steven will kind of stop me in my tracks and just say, like, let's take a couple or a few deep breaths just in the moment, and then maybe let's go meditate before we do anything else. This morning, for example, I woke up and my head kind of started spinning with everything I needed to do, how to plan out certain videos, how to do this, how to do that. And so Steven helped me take a step back, breathe, and we just went into a meditation and did some journaling before we started anything else. And that was the closest, best feeling that I could have reached for, which then trickled into us dancing and singing and making an awesome breakfast and all of these different things that continued.
Tag.
Yeah, we played tag
inside. It was kind of scary and dangerous, but it was fun.
But it definitely raised our vibration, and we were just able to get in a more higher state, way more higher state than I was at the beginning of the day. So just slowly kind of working my way up the emotional scale.
Yeah, and I don't know, this just popped into my head, but if you look at it from the perspective of like children, they essentially don't put up a lot of barriers or walls that you have to overcome in order for them to feel good. They're just naturally in a good feeling state all the time. And as you age, you start to add things into your life that you might not necessarily agree with or may not align with you, and those become new obstacles that you kind of keep in your own space for yourself to overcome in order to be happy or be joyful. And I think it's important to just take realization that you have these obstacles, have these struggles that you have to overcome. Take that one step in the right direction to move past it and to become into that more joyful and playful self.
Definitely. Contrast is so necessary, and we'll always talk about that. We talk about it on a regular basis. Like, things come up and we're like, this is the contrast. Like, we need it in our life in order to really become aware of what we truly want in life. If there was no contrast, if there was no struggle or obstacles, how would you ever even really know what you want? For instance, you move into a house or a space or a community with a bunch of people. Maybe you love it, maybe you don't. And maybe you wouldn't have known that you didn't like living in a community of people if you didn't actually come across that situation. This happened to us recently. And so, I'm very grateful and thankful for that and all of the obstacles that come into my life. Whether I may not, feel that in the moment, becoming aware of it as soon as possible is going to be the most effective. And one thing that I want to point out is that you know that you're moving in the right direction if your mood improves even slightly. If the feelings and the thoughts that you're thinking improve, you're moving in the right direction. Even if you're not 100% there, you're moving in the right direction. If you start to feel a little bit worse or a little bit more negative, you are not moving in the right direction. So I know it sounds like common sense, but actually becoming aware of it and present of it in the moment is very challenging. But again, we need that contrast in order to learn from it, in order to grow.
Right, and contrast is extremely important because you can't just go your whole life with everything you need without having the things that you don't need.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to become aware of what you need in life and what you don't need, you have to have lived and experienced that contrast, that negative to the positive, that black to the white. You have to have the complete opposite of what you really want happen to you in order for you to really fully appreciate and realize and just enjoy the things that you really do want in life. So
absolutely. A great analogy that was brought up in the book was if you're baking a pie or make this into whatever you would like to make it into. But if you're making a pie, don't put those unwanted things, those unwanted ingredients into that pie. So you go into your cabinet in your house and you see all these ingredients and you know exactly which ones are going to make that pie so delicious. But you also see all these other ingredients that if you use them, it would ruin the pie essentially. So that's okay that they're there. You just leave them there, you don't use them, and instead you take those wanted ingredients that are going to make that pie delicious and you use those. And you leave those unwanted ingredients for a different day. You just know that they are there and they need to be there for whatever reason in the future. But for now, I'm just going to take what I want and what's going to make this pie delicious. So kind of transitioning that into life, only welcoming in those wanted ideas, those wanted thoughts that are going to elevate your life, raise your vibration, only serve your highest self and your highest good.
yeah, and then the things that you don't want in your life, acknowledge that they are there.
Yes.
But don't incorporate them into your life. You don't need them there. They're not going to make your life any better. They're not going to make your life that wonderful, delicious pie. So you can just leave them be and move on with your life and incorporate the things that will make your life amazing.
Definitely. So I think that's a beautiful note to leave it off on.
Yeah.
I hope that little analogy helped. Apply it in your life any way you'd like and practice, practice, practice. Meditate on it, breathe through it, breathe through life. Like, breath is so powerful, other than just your natural form of breath, but actually becoming aware and being present with it in these moments of struggle or obstacle or stress or any unwanted feelings that come in.
Yeah.
So
I think that sums it up today.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our videos. We love sharing them with you every single day.
Yes.
And yeah, if you have any suggestions, just leave a comment down below. subscribe, and when you do, hit the notification when you get a new video.
Yeah. So
comes
you
out,
always
so-
know 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so you don't miss an episode. Hit that bell, and yeah, please give us feedback. We want to serve you in the best way that we can. So bringing in some ideas or feedback of things you would like us to talk about would help us a lot, and we appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, till next time, guys.
Namaste.
Namaste.